Hello everybody, I am back. I am here in Oregon with my family and I'm so excited. I brought some of my resin with me and I'm excited to give it a try while I'm here. I might be kind of echoey, but we'll see how this works. I have my mic with me, but it's not set up right now. But anyway, enough of that. Welcome to ResinNet. Today we're going to be using JDICTION resin. I've got 8 ounces made up, which is going to be more than I'm going to need for this project. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try, I brought my white Cast'n Craft, okay? And I also brought opaque yellow Cast'n Craft, okay? So these are both opaque colors. I also brought my red transparent Cast'n Craft. So I thought just for something fun, simple, kind of a first thing to do while I'm here to give it a try, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to do a couple flowers, okay? I also have, the only other Cast'n Craft I have is this one here, and it is blue. So we might actually do one with white and blue, and maybe the other one with the yellow, a little bit of the red, and the white. So I am going to start out by just pouring a little bit in these cups here. Don't need very much, just to kind of make my flowers probably a little bit more white, since I'm going to be doing both of them with some white. Okay, these are these faceted edged coasters that are you know, little, I don't know if they call them a tray or a coaster. They're just about 5 inches, okay? So they're a little bit bigger, they'll hold a big mug, and so I really like that. I've usually used kind of a bigger mug than just a tiny little coffee cup, so I like these bigger ones. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some clear resin here in the bottoms. I wanna leave enough for my other, I'm thinking that these are maybe about a 1/2 inch deep. And gosh, I have sure missed everybody. I came up here, I have a new little grandson, and he is 5 days old today and just doing great. And so that's been really exciting. And I've got my little spot here that is just right for me to resin. So now when I come up, I've got a spot and ready to do it. So this one, oh, you know what? I need to make up one more. If I'm gonna do blue, I needed to make up one more, which is great because I had just this little bit left in here. Get that poured. Okay, so let's just do not very much. I want to just do like maybe, it is open, I hope, yeah. Maybe a drop, or let's see. That is open, right? Come on, that is, I forget how hard these, you have to squeeze out these Cast'n Craft. Usually I cut the tips of these. I think that's about all I'm gonna do of that one. Okay, and here is our red translucent. This might come out a bit easier. Make sure I shook that really well. 1, 2 of those. Okay, here's our white. Let's see, we'll do 1, 2, gosh, about 2.5 of those. And 2 of the blue. I've used the white Cast'n Craft quite a bit. I've never really experimented a whole lot with these other colors. So this is gonna be kind of exciting, I hope. So this is supposed to be a opaque yellow. So far it is not very opaque. I mean, it might just be, I don't have very much in there. Let's see. Kind of right now it looks kind of like a lemon pie filling, except a little bit more translucent even than that. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, that's still pretty translucent. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm gonna just let that go here for a second. Stirred up pretty well. Here's our little bit of our red. Kind of a big mixing thing. I'm using one of these JDICTION spatulas, but I don't have any of my craft sticks or popsicle sticks. I don't have any with cured resin on them, so I think anything I put in there right now would just really make it bubbly, any kind of a wooden stick. Here's our white. We've got 2.5 to 3 drops in here. These little, these are like, gosh, I don't know, maybe like mouthwash size little cups. Water, you know, something you would have just at a water thing here. So I probably only have about maybe an ounce made up in here of resin. So hopefully this will be enough pigment just to do a flower, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect, but at least a hint of these colors would be nice. Now the blue, we did 2 drops of blue, and the blue is definitely coming through. Okay, give this a try now. Watch my resin here so it doesn't get too warm. And I'm going to do a little bit of alcohol in each of these. In there too. That's 91% isopropyl alcohol is what I'm using. I'm spraying in there to get the bubbles out. Let's start with the yellow. And you know, you can do the circular motion and then pull out your petals. But I think on this one, I actually want to do the actual flower. All right, let's see. Let's just give it a try. And let's see here, I'm going to kind of, oh, this is really a faint yellow. You may not even be able to see it. I can barely see it. But I'm gonna come out here anyway. Okay, do a little bit more in the center here. And then I'm going to come in and do the same thing with the red. This is not very flower-like as far as like the petal sizes, but I'm going to go ahead and draw my skewer stick through it anyway, so I'm not too worried about it being like the right size or anything. But I do want to come out here to the edge anyway. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of this white, and actually, you know what, I think I'm going to let that set for a minute now that I think about it. And let's come over here with the blue. Maybe I can go a little slower. This is a little bit bigger. This definitely shows up a lot more. I did not bring any piping bags with me, so I'm just kind of winging it with this messy, messy petals. Yeah, I know this does not look like much right now, everybody. That's okay. I'm not worried about it too much. I'm gonna let it, I'm gonna let those sit for a second. Oh, you know what? darn it, I did not bring a heat gun with me. I do not have a heat gun to blow out my petals. So I'm definitely gonna have to rely on my skewer to get that pulled out. This is gonna be interesting. This is probably not gonna look really, you know, soft and faint like I had hoped. But that's okay. Let me think here. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the white. I'm gonna start over here so that we can go ahead and get some of the, kind of draw out our design. I like to do a little extra white along my edges. Come over here and do the blue. Tell you, I sure had just the worst cold, and I really want everybody to know how much I appreciate all your well wishes and your thoughts and your prayers. It was just like the longest cold virus that just really took me for a loop. But I'm feeling much better with that now, so I'm so grateful for all of your thoughts and your concern. Appreciate that. Okay, so there's that. Now, let us go ahead in here and make our design. We are going to, I'm going to pull this in first, there, and there, there, and there. Looks like our little thing kind of needs to get swirled back out there. And we'll go out to the edges, in between all those places that we pulled in. Okay, now we have our little curly Q here in the center. And come over here and do the same with the blue. Start a little center there. And I am going to pull, let's see, I'm going to pull in here. I'd be interested to know if many of you work with this Cast'n Craft in this way, the different colors. I really like, you know, the white, obviously, with the effects you get with that. Don't know if this is going to end up looking like a flower or not without my heat gun. Okay, so actually, you know, not sure how this is going to go, like I said, flower wise, but it looks okay the way it is, as far as like it's gonna do something. I just don't know what. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off and bring you down and show you what this looks like now, and then I'll be back to demold this tomorrow morning, and just, you know, hopefully we'll have good luck, and I will see you then. Okay, bringing you in for a closer look, and you can see that we have some really defined color and angles there. Petals, not so sure about that. But, you know, you never know what it could look like on the other side. So I'm excited to see it, and as soon as it's cured, I'll be back, and I will see you then. I am back to unmold these, so look at this. Look how they turned out. This is using just all Cast'n Craft and resin. Yeah, I'm excited to see how these turned out. Let's start with this blue one here. I left just a tiny bit of a rim around it so that if I wanted to come in and do a back coat, got Gosh, but I don't know if I want to. If I did, maybe black, maybe? I don't know. Let's try these first ones with no backing just to see, and then the next ones, if I like it, can come back in and do a back coat. Or there's probably a lip around this, and I could probably just do a flood coat on it. Yeah, well, there is a lip on it, but all the raised parts are raised, and then you have little parts where the flood coat would just go right over the side. So anyway, this one's just going to be the way it is. This is a really pretty color of blue. Sorry about there's a fluorescent light right above me, and I keep getting that glare. I'm sorry about that. But so far, even the back of this is pretty. The front might look the same. I don't know. But ready? Good luck. Let's see what it looks like. Oh gosh, look at the swirls. I thought I did a little tiny swirl in the middle, and that is not a tiny swirl. What do you think? Okay, so here's the front of this one. And honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't do the flood coat on the back, because I think I really like this side better. You know, and that's the nice part about doing these kind of resin projects, is you can choose whatever you want. Since I didn't have any kind of a heat gun or any way to push out those petals, I really didn't get defined petals like I would have liked. Okay, it's still pretty. I did go overboard on the swirl, but I really do like this side. Really pretty. Okay. Let's see, I'm expecting this one to be about the same way. These are really soft, light colored pastel colors. We did the white, the yellow was supposed to be opaque, and then we did the translucent red. And I didn't go too heavy on any of those colors. So yeah, now this one, I feel a bit more full. So this one, if we wanted to do a backing on it, it actually has a lip that goes all the way around. So we can see how we want to do this one. Here's the back of this one out of the mold. Let's turn it over and see what we got on this side. Okay, gosh, you know, this is really, the part that has the petals is, though, even though they're really kind of thin petaling here, got a couple white blobs here, a little heavy-handed with the white maybe, but I definitely see 3D in this part of the petals, okay, and around some of these edges. I know now that I went way too big on these swirls, okay? So when I try this again, which I will, I'm sure, with the Cast'n Craft, using all Cast'n Craft for my pigments, I'm definitely not going to go big on the swirl. It should have just been about the size of a dime. And I'm pretty sure that's the size of about a $50 or 50-cent piece here in the US. So yeah, too big, but definitely learned something from this. And yeah, you know, this one, actually, I think I kind of like this side. These are both pretty. Both sides are really pretty. And I think I actually, even though I got the big white blob of a swirl in there, and that was kind of a mistake, but I think I like this side better for this one, so I'm going to keep that one face up. And this one, I like the bottom side better, personally, so I'm going to keep it this way. And I'm not going to put any back on either one of them. So I am back because I decided that I don't think I'm going to do anything with this blue one, because I really kind of like this, but I decided I am going to go ahead and just do something right here. I could use this other side as well and just keep them, you know, keep them like this on both sides, but I don't need this anymore. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to try on this one. I'm going to go ahead and take my gold pen and just make some little flower-like dots around here in the center. I figure I can't really hurt it right now at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some little dots to kind of represent the center of a flower. But since I didn't get anything in there, I'm just going to go ahead and do some dots like this. I'm going to give it a center. There we go. This might have helped some. And since we did this, you might want to go ahead and then do a gold, just a really light gold outline around the edge to bring it all in together. So, yeah, actually that's, that's pretty, it's pretty on there. Okay, let's just do that real quick. Certainly can't hurt it any. I really love the clear. So I'm going to try just to do a quick edging. Not anything too dark or too wide. Just going around this top outside layer is all. Kind of really makes the faceted edges a bit more pronounced as well. Super easy to do. Just find the tip of your pen, find about the halfway mark, make yourself a little groove on an edge there, and you can just go all the way around it. And make sure I've got my couple of pieces here that didn't connect. Okay, I feel like the rest of this looks pretty good. Okay, store my pen upside down this way. It kind of helps keep the ink towards the bottom. There we go, you guys. What do you think? This to me looks a lot more finished. Can you see? What do you think with the gold edging and the little bit of the flower, the pollen or whatever that would be on the inside? This looks a lot more complete to me. So yeah, now I can rest. Rest easily knowing that this one feels a little bit more finished to me. Like I said before, this one's fine the way it is. I mean, could put some gold in there, but I don't know that that would really look right with this one. I didn't bring a silver pen with me, so just going to leave it alone. Okay, so there those are, and I'm going to be doing some more with that Cast'n Craft. So hope you join me for that, and I will see you next time. Thank you.